I started a few videos off this way, and this might become a reoccurring thing, but I'm just so happy that I am a free thinker. I'm a self proclaimed contrarian. Whatever the masses are doing, I do the opposite. Because the masses are slaves. The masses are poor. The masses are uneducated. The masses are ignorant. The masses are poisoned. The masses are unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? The masses are just in a state of literal mental slavery, mental, spiritual, and physical slavery. So why would I continue to behave like these people? Like, you know how they say, show me your 5 friends, I'll show you your future? Well, show me all the people from your country, your city, your borough, your neighborhood, and I'll show you what you're going to look like, because we're all products of our environment. So if you continue to act like everybody in your environment, well, maybe you should either change your environment or change your behaviors. One of those is a lot easier to do than the other. You know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning and I was just thinking about something, like something that just hit my mind. I had to come out here and record it real quick. But like, why is it that we all want what everybody else wants? Right? Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, there's some overarching things that even if you are like a whole hipster and whatever, you want things like peace, love, happiness, abundance, wealth, blah, 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 whatever. And some people don't even want wealth. But you know what I'm saying? There's always some common sense things that most people want. Yeah, I want good food and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. But, like when we get like very like particular with certain things, like, once again, I do speak to the young men out there. I speak to everybody out there, but this one's for the young men. Like just this little thought real quick. Why is it that you want the woman that every man wants? Why don't you get the woman that you want? Likewise for women. Why do you want the man that every other woman wants? Why don't you get the man that you want? You see what I'm saying? Because if I was doing what the world wanted for me, I would have been so happy, sitting, like, you have to think about it, spending 12 years in grade school, then you go spend another 4 years in college. For what? To make your parents happy? Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, you should be making your parents happy, making them proud of their investment on you. Of course, I'm still eternally grateful for the sacrifices my parents made for me. Don't get it confused. But as an adult, and I look back on these things, I'm like, why? Like, it's like if I were to, like, once again, I would never go back and fix things from my life. But if I were given the ability to, I would have never gone to college. I would have dropped out of school. I know there's young people that hear me and they're going to go do stupid shit because of a dude on the internet says some stuff. I'm just speaking from my perspective. I wouldn't have gone to school. I would have started learning. I would have gone to a library and read any book I wanted. I didn't have to do math at 8 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to wake up and the first thing you do is math? Or who wants to wake up at the first thing in the morning and do the class that you hate the most? Who wants to wake up first thing in the morning, and just learn about how Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue? Who feels like being lied to the first thing in the morning when you wake up? People want fame. I'm like, why? You want people all up in your business? Like, for example, when people like the paparazzi, they be showing up outside people's houses just because you are popular and famous, they have the right to stand outside of your house and take pictures of you? And then they get mad at you for putting your hand on their camera? You're on my property. And then even if it's not even your property, I'm having dinner with somebody and you're snapping pictures all day, making up stories about me. Why would you want fame? Once again, some people do. I'm just saying I don't. Why do people spend thousands of dollars? Once again, to each their own. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, this is what I think. This is how I think. Why would you spend thousands of dollars on a pair of shoes? Like, I know I just pissed off a bunch of sneakerheads and stuff, but like, they're shoes. Like, I get it. They're like Pokemon cards. They're collectibles. Sometimes you don't even wear them. I get them, but they're shoes. I get we all have collections and stuff. Once again, it's not the world I'm part of. I'm just speaking from my perspective. It's just like some of the things that I feel like we prioritize we prioritize the extra credit more than the original base grade. Instead of getting A, B, C, D, we're looking at those 5 points of extra credit and we're prioritizing our lives around the extra credit and not the foundation. You know, that's like, in all honesty, like, I know I'm an old soul. I know I'm like a 90-year-old man in a 28-year-old's body. But like, us 20-year-olds especially, you know, when we're supposed to be creating the launch pad for our future, we're spending it chasing little extra credit things, little tokens. How many bodies can I stack up? Oh, let me get the baddest chick on Instagram that's been ran through. Like, why would you want her? Why don't you go get that nice woman that would be perfect for you? The woman, let's just say, if you're not their lover boy like me, you know, you go meet a young lady who's on the same time as you, but she knows that she knows what it is. No drama. Why are you messing with a woman that's a bunch of drama? Why are you messing with a man that, if things were to happen and you had to pop out a baby, why are you messing with a dude to whom you wouldn't want raising your child? That's the same philosophy I use when it comes to women. You know, it's just like, I'm not laying with you. Don't get me wrong. I'm on the path of celibacy and retention and all that type of stuff. But nevertheless, like, I mean, that could break at any moment if I find someone I connect with like that. You know, but it's just like, okay, woman, I plan on laying down with. If you were to raise my daughter, would I be happy about that? But that ass though. Yeah, man, she, bro. That ass though. See, no, like, I'm above my primal urges. Like, I think, sometimes to my own detriment, but I think that's what I like to do. You know, it's like, what are your favorite hobbies? Basketball, football, baseball. No, my favorite hobby is thinking. Thinking. I can do that anywhere, anytime I want. But they tell you, like, they prime you, they groom you in schools. You know, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer. Oh, you must like basketball, you must love football, especially to the black community. You know, especially the inner city. That's the only way they see to make it. These kids, even though they're living in poverty, even though they got roaches crawling out the cereal, they still got smartphones. And even with these smartphones, they're only going out here trying to be like a singer or a sports player, an entertainer. But from the same phone, you can go open up a stock portfolio. You can get into some crypto. You can start educating yourself at the very least. But no, you use this thing that's a portal to all the information in the world, and you get on Instagram to scroll through and look at big butts, to twerk videos, pornography. You know, listening to music and watching music videos that's just promoting a terrible image. But if you don't know no better, like, once again, I'm not judging. It's just from the outside looking in. It's just like, that's just what I see. Why do we want the things that people tell us that we want? You want the nice house. You want the multiple cars. You want this. Well, what if you don't? Like, for me personally, I'm growing a huge attraction, if you will, to van life. You know what I'm saying? To van life. Just get in my van, and whenever I want to go somewhere, just go. You know, that's the one cool things I've learned from traveling for work. You know, actually using a laundromat. I've never used a laundromat in my life. You know, like, I've always had, like, you know, laundry facilities on my apartments or whatever, in my apartments and stuff. So, like, actually going to a public laundromat was new for me. But I was like, wait a minute, $2? I mean, that ain't too bad. $2, $4, even $5 to wash and dry your clothes. That's not too bad. You know, people think, oh, I have to have a walk-in closet. Why? So you can have a walk-in closet for the 2 outfits that you typically wear. Now, I get it. People wear clothes. Once again, I'm speaking from my perspective, but you see where I'm coming from. As a person that's walking around in a freaking poncho that serves as a blanket and as a clothing accessory, I like the utility of that. So I'm just going to have about 5 of them, 5 pairs of pants. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of stuff I've collected over time, but if I were to start new right now, 5 pairs, well, let's just say about 10 pairs of pants, 10 shirts, 10 long sleeve shirts, 10 dense shirts, 10 tank tops, bunch of underwear, bunch of socks, couple pairs of boots, couple pairs of sandals, couple pairs of this and that, and we in there. You know what I'm saying? And is that door open? I feel like my mom's spying on me right now, but I don't know. Anyway, you know, it's just like, that's just where I'm at with things. You know, I think freely. I want what I want. I want to get closer to God, to Source, to the universe. I want to spend my 20s developing my spiritual prowess. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to lift things with my mind, or I want to be able to tell the future. And I'm already damn near can do that, but that's just because I'm analytical. I can see things that people don't see. I mean, how'd y'all not put those two things together? She said that, and then that happened. They said that they were going to do this business move, and then this happened. But then on the, quick sidebar, my brain's in a different space right now. Forgive me. But they said what they were going to do, and then it happened. But then they also said that they weren't going to do something, and then you find out a couple months later that they actually went and did it. I'm going to start speaking a little bit about crypto. Once again, I'm not going to turn to a crypto channel. It's just for those of you that are going to try to get a little bit ahead of the transition that you guys are going to be forced into anyway. I'm going to start talking on that. But what you will quickly realize is that the masses are tricked by these big news. Go look at Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer will tell you to do a whole bunch of things. Sell this, buy this, sell this, buy this. And whenever he says to sell something, usually you get gypped. When he says to buy something, you get gypped, because you do not realize that Jim Cramer is just a pawn for you to become exit liquidity for large banks and institutions. They are making money off of you. So they get the guy on TV to tell you to do something, and they go do the opposite because they told him to do that so they could prepare themselves for what the masses are about to do. It's that simple. Some of y'all don't realize, some of y'all aren't even aware of the train derailings everywhere. They're just trains just derailed. And you know what was even more interesting? There was a train derailment on my old project site. On my own project site. Now, don't get me wrong, I had just left there the day before it happened, which is one of those things that is a shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? But they said it was hazardous materials. But then the report that came out said it was just corn syrup. Once again, I wasn't there, but the individuals that were near that area, they told me that they saw some people sampling that soil. You need to sample soil for corn syrup? I mean, isn't there like some like a manifest? Isn't there like something that says? Once again, I didn't look too deep into that. I'm just saying I don't take anything that comes from mainstream outlets. But once again, train derailing, trains with all these chemical hazardous waste, polluting the water, polluting the air. Why was it that the one in Palestine, the derailment in Palestine? The people got arrested for trying to investigate what was going on. They got arrested, not turned away, not saying you can't come in here. No, they got arrested for going in there. So what's going on there? What message are they feeding to the masses? But then here's the deep part. Some of y'all don't even know about that. The people that know about that, then it's like, okay, wait, they told us that. Wait, they want me looking over there. Why don't I look at over there? And that is why I will continue to always think for myself. Even if people call me crazy, even if people call me stupid, even if people call me this and that and whatever, I'm always going to think for myself because, number one, I'm highly calculated. But then number two, I'm divinely led. I've said that a couple of times too. If there's an impulse, an intuitive moment, and like a little notch for me to say, do this or don't do this, that's what I'm going to do. Let me give y'all something real quick. For example, when I was still learning, developing myself as a man, of course, I'm still developing myself as a man, but even like way back then, there was times where like I knew I shouldn't have even messaged my ex, right? I shouldn't have, don't do it. But a little voice in my head just said, yo, just do it, check on her. So that's exactly what I did. Pause. Sorry about that. My mom came out. I was on the flow, but we still here. I forgot what I was talking about already. But nevertheless, it's like I'm always going to be, I'm always going to be a free thinker. Always. Oh, the story. That's what it was. Haha, we're back. So yeah, like, I messaged the ex, and this is a while ago. But like something said, just check on her because I'm still a lover. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even though our relationship didn't work, I'm still going to look out for you. And you're not going to ever have anything bad to say about me. If you get mad at me checking on you and don't want nothing from you, just, hey, what's up? Then that's on you. I'm just being a nice person. Our lives are kind of close together, so I'm just going to make sure that we have a positive relationship. Just that simple. But the thing is, like, every manosphere, every red pill, every whatever will tell you, no, never do that. Now, if it was toxic and disgusting and terrible, yeah, cut them off. You know what I'm saying? But if it was just something like, just we were in different places in our life and by bing, bada boom, I just want to check on you. If you never vocalize that you don't want to talk to me anymore, then, I mean, obviously people's actions say that as well. But it's like, I always go with that gut moment, even if I don't necessarily agree with it, because I'm just saying, hey, there must be a reason why this is on my mind. I'm just going to bada bing, bada boom. I don't want nothing from it. I just want to hear from you. Just see if you're all right. That is all. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm divinely led. I am always on my grind. I'm always on my hustle. I'm always looking out for the next opportunity. My opportunities don't necessarily look like the ones that you will call opportunities. You know how they say one man's trash is another man's treasure? Well, someone will throw away like a tin can and I'll go make tin can art out of those. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he's been playing in the trash. Look at him. And I'm like, I needed that exact size can. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? So where someone's looking down on the things that I'm interested in, I'm just like, well, that's just what I needed. And that helped me fulfill my goal. My goals are not your goals. Yeah, like they said in the biblical sense, my ways are not your ways. I operate in ways ye know not of. Now, that doesn't mean I'm on some superiority complex shit. That just means that it's like my ways are not your ways. You took a left first. I took a right. It don't matter. Did we both get to our end goal? That's all that matters. But people get mad when you don't think like them, and that's weird. Now, don't get me wrong, of course. Push back every once in a while. See if people really know what they're talking about. And I need to remake that video, but my video that got taken down where I was just asking people, why do you believe in what you believe? Why do you believe in what you believe? A lot of people have just been brainwashed. The masses have been brainwashed. We have people, once again, I'm not going to go down that route. I was about to, but people have just been brainwashed to believe things that just simply are not true. It's just like, I'm like, wait, no, have you done any research other than the you know what? That's actually something interesting. People don't read news articles, you read the headlines. So you think that there's not clickbait in articles? YouTube and Instagram is full of clickbait. Like the example I've given before when it was like women athletes especially. Go look up like women athletics, like especially the shorts, YouTube shorts. Once again, I'm a YouTube connoisseur. I know where to find this shit. But go look at YouTube shorts of female athletes and please tell me what's always like plastered in the screen. It's usually their asses. And then some of the people Photoshop their asses to make them look even bigger so people click on it. That's clickbait. I'm sorry, we don't care about the WNBA, but then this one female track star ran like a track star does, and that got 2.1 million views. Now, some people are interested in the sport. Some people are interested in that particular person. Some people are interested in track overall. But 2.1 million views. I'm just starting to see something's going hand in hand here. A woman doing something physically amazing, but she also got a fat ass. Or she's very pretty. And they put that in the screen to get people just to simply click on that. This is how the world works. And when people don't realize this, they're just walking into the trap. So when you don't even go in and do your own independent research on anything, you are dooming yourself. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to certain aspects of life, even I'm behind. There's certain commonly known things and new slang and all this type of stuff that I'm completely out of the loop on. You know what I'm saying? But in my world, I chose to focus on what matters to me. My abundance, my health, my spirituality, you know what I'm saying? And amongst other things, the list could go on and on, but you know what I mean. That's what I chose to focus on. That is why, trying to wrap this up in a succinct way, I said, how do you look at your environment and all this type of stuff? Well, it said my environment is me. I don't have friends. Well, I have my two friends, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have a bunch of friends and things to go out there and do things with. Do I get lonely from time to time based off of this decision? Yes, but you know my rules. I'm willing to accept the consequences of my actions. Whether it's good or bad, I accept it because I performed the action that my brain, I haven't eaten or drank any water today. But it's like I performed the action that set forth all those things to happen for those consequences to become manifested. So I have to be responsible for everything. My thing is, I don't like letting people close to me because people don't typically keep up with me. And at least in a way that's complimentary to me. Once again, there's people that grind just as hard as me, but we just won't get along. But there's people that are extremely lazy, and I can't be around that all the time. You know what I'm saying? If you happen to be a lazy friend of mine, just be able to show me that you can turn it up when you need to. You know, show me that it's a choice. Well, it's always a choice, but show me that it's a conscious choice to say, well, look, I could do this. Watch. Bah. Don't say, no, I could do it. I could have done that. I could do what he's doing. I could do what she's doing. I could do this. I could do that. And you ain't never shown not one shred of evidence that you could. You can't exist in my world. You can't. Our frequencies do not align. So get the fuck out of my life. That's why I chosen to go the lone wolf path. At least for now. One day that may change. One day you're going to see me in like the party. Hey, we in there. We in there. You know what I'm saying? One day. But at least where I'm at this present moment, nope. You know, I like being responsible for myself. And if I'm around people that I have to be responsible for, like, you know, I have to look out for them, make sure they don't get too drunk, too high, too aggro, too aggressive, See, I ain't got time to be babysitting. You know what I'm saying? I got my own stuff going on in here, like, all the time. You think I got time to be worrying about your problems? Being sucked into some problem that you caused for yourself, and because I was next to you, I'm in harm's way now? See, no. You see, me operating on some lone wolf stuff kind of just shows me that it's just like, if you're coming at me, you're coming at me. You know what I'm saying? That eliminates so many variables. That person is coming at me. All right, what you want? What time? What we got to do? Is this a heated discussion, or do we have to throw hands? What? Shit, chair just popped behind me. But it's like, you know, it's like, or do we have to throw hands? I'm not a violent person. I don't want to fight. Yeah, you a pussy. You damn right. Yup. Yep. So now what does that mean for you, sir? So you called me a pussy in front of all these people, and I say, yes, I am. I'm scared of you. Please don't beat me up, sir. And then you proceed to beat me up. What did that get you? You beat up the person that you knew you could beat, the person that clearly said they don't want to fight, the person that said they don't want anything to do with this, and you beat them up anyway. That makes you look crazy. You know what I'm saying? And in all honesty, you don't realize I'm already playing a different angle. I don't like the law. I don't like doing this and that. But if I can't get you physically, all right, I'll use other tools to my advantage. How many people were recording that fight? How many people saw me with my hands up trying to protect myself? How many people recorded me, you know, saying that I don't want to fight? I don't want to fight you. You're way bigger than me anyway. What's the point of us fighting? Blah, 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 blah. You see, I'm creating evidence for a case. Man, you pussy. You using the law. No, I'm using a resource. You see what I'm saying? Everybody be calling people pussy. Everybody be calling her this, her that, him this, him that. Big businesses are this and that. But they're just playing the game. You're just not playing it as good as them. And you mad about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's just, I just chose to go the path less traveled. You know I'm a different individual. I've accepted this. I'm different. There's certain things that people care about that I simply do not. I'm walking through the airport with my anime goggles on, my little cloak thing that I'm wearing, poncho on top. You know what I'm saying? High school, I walked around with a sock monkey sticking out of my backpack and became damn near popular because of that thing. You know, it's like college. I didn't party. I didn't screw everything walking around. I'm just different. I see what everybody else is doing, and I'm just like, I don't like the way y'all look. So if I don't like the way y'all look, let me see the main behaviors that y'all exhibit, and I'm going to do the opposite. Now, sometimes, yes, there's overlap. There's certain times, you know, sometimes you got to cut loose and have fun. Do this, do that, do some things just to live a little bit. I get it. That's my world. But nevertheless, on a general overarching topic, think for yourself, people. Always. You know, it's like you have to realize that no one person has all the answers. That's a video I plan on making a little bit later at some point. You know, but no one person has all the answers. You looking at a workout video, this is going to blow up your chest. Wow, he told you to do push-ups. Wow, he told you to do diamond push-ups. But then you go to another person. Wow, this one's doing archer push-ups. This dude's doing one-arm push-ups. This dude's doing the flies, like a little fly machine at the gym. Wow, but it's all the same stuff. What stopped you from Googling that? What stopped you from looking at peer-reviewed scientific evidence that promoted muscle growth? What stopped you from doing that? Oh, you're lazy. It's too hard to go out there and think for yourself that you just have to wait for someone else to present the information for you. Okay. Well, you keep on doing that. I'm going to keep on being me. Till the next one.